All right, all right, all right. So, what are you guys doing tonight, man? You already know how this goes. No matter where the place or what the time, you are now tuned in live with your boy Strong Arm, man. So, it's the 4th of July. And the question is, what are you guys doing on the 4th of July? Because there's been a whole lot of talk going on. A whole lot of people saying what they will be doing and what they won't be doing. The question is, which one of you guys actually stuck to the script? Because as you can see, I'm inside. I didn't go out there. You know what I'm saying? I said I was not going to celebrate on the 4th, and I meant I will not be celebrating on the 4th at all. Not happening. Now, I'm not saying you all don't need to celebrate. You know, help yourself, do as you please. But I just know it doesn't really make sense for us to have been doing all the protesting we've been doing, and now all of a sudden acting like it's a different day. I saw somebody say earlier, "Oh, recovering from COVID." Wow, that's never good. What's going on, David? No, actually, that's great. That's actually great. That's great. I take that back. That's great. Recovering from COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. You know, I guess it's bad anytime you have it, but shit, it's always better if you can recover from it. So, but that's good because at least you're smart enough to know not to be out there with it. You know, because right now it's a whole lot of people out there, whole lot of people out there, man, searching for some COVID. I mean, because I know a few people doing some parties. I know some people doing some shit, and, more power to you. But I be damned. I mean, I'm sitting here reporting on it, so how smart would I be to go out there and fuck with it when I'm telling people it's looking kind of bad? Now, once again, I'm not telling everybody to believe everything. This is me, my own opinion, and how I feel about, the whole situation. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I believe it's safer in the house. I've been quarantining since before the quarantine, during the quarantine, and I'm still quarantining. I don't see a reason to stop quarantining because I was already antisocial and didn't fuck with a lot of people in the first goddamn place. So, you know what I'm saying? Once again, for everybody who is tuning in, welcome to Strong Arm Live with your boy Strong Arm Test. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, man. I usually have the banner down at the bottom with the thing going, but I don't have the banner up right now. But my YouTube page is Strong Arm Nation, and hello to everybody and salute to all of you all, and I appreciate you all on my YouTube page for also checking in. So, we doing what we doing, man. Right. I mean, I'm always going to salute the soldiers, man. Like, me, myself, personally, my opinion will never allow me to disrespect the soldiers. I will always salute the soldiers that fight for the country. So that's never going to be an issue on my end. No matter what issues I may have with certain holidays, I believe that anybody who is big enough to go out there and brave enough and committed enough and dedicated enough to go out there and fight for any kind of cause, I believe they deserve the respect and deserve to be saluted for that. So that's how I feel about that situation. What up, Prather? You know what I'm saying? Half the people can tell you what the 4th of July. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I mean, half of the people really can't tell you what it's about. Half the people, probably more than half the people, can't tell you what the 4th of July is about. You know what I'm saying? And more than half, most of them never knew what it was about. Because you got to think about it, man. We were blinded by the 4th of July from the very beginning. When we kids, man, we don't know nothing about the 4th of July besides we can pop some goddamn fireworks. And that's really why that's really what pretty much sold most of us on it as children. I mean, unless we had parents or older people around us that was willing to tell us the truth about it. Because, I know in the time I grew up in, it was a lot of people that were woke, but they weren't necessarily trying to wake everybody else up. Like a lot of black families during the time I was growing up, they kind of knew what the lick was. But you just like in my household, I know I could always tell that my dad didn't like certain things, but he would never explain why he didn't like them. He would just make certain comments, but he would never actually be like, this is why I don't deal with the 4th of July, or this is why I don't celebrate this, or this is why. He never really told me why he didn't celebrate it. So, a lot of us were really kind of drawn in by the beautiful popping of the fireworks in the sky. And even today, that's what a lot of children are drawn in by. The only difference today is a lot more people are now willing to have the conversation that they weren't willing to have or other people did not have before that. So I think it's a good thing, the change that we're seeing now. I mean, it may ruin it for a few people, but who cares? Because we need to be celebrating Juneteenth anyway, you know. But like I said, you know, me personally, I just can't celebrate things that I'm already aware of. You know, I'm not a kid anymore. So I'm not a kid anymore, Mom. You know what I'm saying? If I was a kid, if I was young, you know, I would probably be out there still popping fireworks. But I'm not that young, and I am. Even if I was aware when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have been doing it. To be honest with you, I just wasn't aware. You know. So now I'm aware, and I'm making a decision not to do it. But I do not discourage anyone else from not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you all to live how you choose to live. I encourage you all to use your freedom of thought and do your own thing. But I'm just saying, if you're one of the ones who was out there saying all of the things and been protesting like so many have been doing and talking about Juneteenth and so on and so forth, if that's the case, then no, you should not be celebrating today. No, David, they do not teach it in school no more. They don't teach nothing. They damn near don't teach anything in school anymore, if you really want to know the truth. But honestly, how bad is that, though? Because a lot of what we were taught in school was not necessarily the right teachings in the first place. I believe that they should get back to teaching certain things in school, but I believe that they should be a little bit more accurate of what they're teaching, you know, because we didn't have a fair shot. We really didn't. You know, the generation that I came up in, we didn't really have a fair shot in school. Like, you know, and, you know, I think we kind of always knew that. Like, you know, it's bad because now people can finally see that some of the children in school really wasn't that bad. The teachers just should have been teaching some other shit. Like, a lot of children were rebelling in school because they knew that it didn't sound right. You know what I'm saying? You ever went to school and the teacher telling you some shit, you know, were you one of the students that just knew when something didn't sound right? It's like, that don't sound right. Like, I don't really believe that. I hear what you're saying, but based off what I see and hear at home, I kind of disagree with what you're saying in school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but hell, like you said, they don't even teach a lot of that no more. What's going on? What's good with you, Tim? What's up, Mr. Freeman, Isaac? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I really just want to see what everybody's doing on the 4th of July because I want to see how many people are going to tune in because so many people said they're not celebrating this year. I'm not celebrating the 4th. And I'm one of the people that wanted to know. Are you celebrating the 4th? Are you not celebrating the 4th? If you were protesting, can you tell me why you were celebrating the 4th? If you were actually protesting, because that kind of goes against everything that you were protesting for. But I got to call. I know y'all tired of hearing about the call-in line, but I'm so close. I'm so close. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait till we get the call-ins popping because I need to know, man, y'all going to call in? When I get the call-in popping, you know, I got to do a little bit more investing in some things. Because I can do the call-in line now, but I had to be kind of ghetto with it if I do it. And to be perfectly honest with you, when I do my call-in line, I want my shit to be excellent. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you know what I'm saying? Being a Jew growing up, how we did. Wow, yeah, see? I mean, listen, man, David, the history, it's hard for anybody besides those that it was written for. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, and I'm talking about the teachings in school. You know what I'm saying? The teachings in school is complicated for anybody that it wasn't written for. And it's a lot of nationalities out there that it wasn't written for, not just black people. Blacks are not the only ones that were left out of the books. So I'm not going to be unfair. Like, we're not the only ones that were left out of the books. The books, I know, you know, the books that the Indians, Mexicans, Asian people. I don't remember. But I do remember going to school with Asian kids. I remember going to school with Mexican kids. I remember going to school with Indian kids, both kind of Indians. You know what I'm saying? So what I don't remember, though, is having anything in those books that was actually positive about those other nationalities in school with us. It was all, and you know, it's funny how people just want to deny that that's the fact, but that's been the facts. So the sad thing is a lot of the positive things were taken out of the school system. You know what I'm saying? A lot of positive things taken out of the school system. But in a way, it's bad, but at the same time, now would be a good time to rewrite it. Like, let's talk to the schools. Let's get on the system about that. We need to get the books rewritten, guys. Like, now that everybody's woke, can we do something about the books? Like, can we take some of that bullshit out of the books now? Like, we protesting everything else, but ain't nobody talking about changing the curricula in the school system. Let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about changing the curricula or have it changed in the school system. Let's talk about new history, you know what I'm saying? Now that everybody's woke and know what's going on, let's start, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. And since there, like you said, there's no explanation of any of the other cultures that weren't in there. But now we can put the other cultures in there because now we all have a different stance in the situation. This ain't the same world it was back in the days. It's a new world now. And I'm not saying it's a perfect world. It's not a perfect world, but it is a new world. And now that it's a new world, let's start getting on these schools' ass and getting on these people's ass about these old backwards ass, behind ass in times, bullshit lying ass books that they still giving to the children today. And let's get some new shit popping in the system. All right? So y'all think about that, okay? I don't know the people to call. But if y'all know who we supposed to be talking to about getting the lessons in the books changed, y'all throw me a clue. If you know, then start the ball rolling. Somebody out there got to know that, you know, somebody out there got to know who we need to be talking to get the information in the books moved around a little bit. There's no need to keep teaching lies. Fuck the teaching. We know they'll teach the lies if we let them. We know that. Because the government and everybody else do whatever the fuck we let them when we let them. So, what'd you say, Tom? What up, Tom? Salute to my brother Tom, man. Thomas Wilson on the check-in, man. But yeah, like, we don't need to allow our children to be taught that bullshit. Because we know if we let them teach it, they're going to keep teaching it. But we need to stop letting it be taught. We need to let everybody know, like, listen, you damn right. Nah, we ain't, fuck it. Since we already been quarantining and the kids are already out of school, how about y'all just leave their ass out of school? Everybody, y'all done got used to homeschooling by now, right? Because y'all been homeschooling for long enough. So instead of sending the children back to school to learn that bullshit, continue to homeschool and start implementing some of the shit that your child needs to know into the homeschooling process. How about that shit? Try that shit on for size. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sending the children back to this broken-ass system that we now know is a broken-ass system, let's keep them in the homeschooling process. Find a way to get it done. It got to be a way to find, you know, I know a lot of people got to work. A lot of y'all like, man, I ain't got time to be doing it. No, we always got time for the kids. That's the problem now. We've been letting the system raise the goddamn kids for us. Everybody always got time for the kids. We need to stop saying, I got to go to work, I can't. No, fuck all that. Take time, teach the kids. If we want the kids to know some different lessons, some different shit, we need to take the time to teach them, especially now that we're aware of that. So if you're making excuses for teaching your own goddamn child or your own goddamn grandchildren, then you should shoot yourself in the motherfucking foot because it's your fault. We can't complain about what they learning in school and what they ain't learning in school. And now that the world has actually shifted and we have the opportunity to teach them whatever we want to teach them, now is the chance to do that shit. Teach them what you know they need to know. Stop letting the system lie to them. Teach them what you know they need to know. Do not send these children back into the same fucked up, broken ass system that we protesting today, because they going to keep teaching them the same fucked up, broken ass shit they were teaching them yesterday. How about that shit? Yeah. Sorry, I got a little excited. Guys. Got a little excited. Y'all make sure y'all tune in right now on live, and make sure y'all tune in to my StrongArm Nation YouTube channel. For all my YouTube family out there, this one's for you guys too. Damn, I love my job. So listen, how y'all feel about that? You know, how y'all feel about that? Like, would you teach your own? Or would y'all teach your own? Give me some yeses and nos on the screen and shit. Would y'all teach your own? If you have the opportunity to do it yourself, will you do it yourself? Are you willing to take the time out to teach your children, your grandchildren, so on and so forth, what they need to know? You know what I'm saying? This is why I need to call in line, because I need people to call me and let me know this shit. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. I really would. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to bring, if you want to come on the show, if you got something you want to talk about, holla at me, man. You can get on the Smoking Strong podcast. You can do Strong Arm Live with Tess. And I'm about to do a new podcast called Dream Catchers. Because, at the end of my shit, I always say don't chase your dreams, catch them. So, I'm trying to be real rounded with this thing. You understand what I'm saying? But the question is, how do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like it's time to rewrite these history books? Now that we're aware, we need to rewrite what's in the history books. Hell yeah. David says, hell yeah. Tom says, damn right, why not? I say, I agree with them. Let's rewrite this shit. Let's start putting some work in. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm proud of what I'm seeing right now. I love what I'm seeing right now. Like, the world is standing the fuck up. Everybody's standing up, doing their thing, and everybody got something to say now. You know what I'm saying? All the Karens in the world. Don't y'all feel bad for the white women named Karen? I had to say that because I was about to say all the Karens of the world, y'all don't get away with the bullshit no more with all the screaming and hollering, talking about somebody attacked me, because now the cameras is popping. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen how many people, y'all know how scared people are now? Motherfuckers are scared to even act like they racist now. They switching shit up. The people used to be proud to be prejudiced as fuck. Now motherfuckers is like, please, no, please cut the camera off. No, I don't want to be seen. No, I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my job. Yeah. But back to what I'm saying, y'all Karens, man. I'm sorry. I know a white chick named Karen, and she's a good woman. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? But listen, guys. Yeah, we need to, what'd you say, Tim? Yeah, and that's good. And that's good. You don't have kids, but at the end of the day, like, that's the reason why we need to have the conversation now, because whether people have children or not, at the end of the day, we all play some type of we all should play some type of a role in the future to come, in the future generations. We got to teach them better. We are now teaching them better. Look at what these children are learning now. Now, it's sad that they get a chance to see things like all the discrimination and prejudice in the world is happening, but better for them to see it now and learn how to fight now, so that when they get older, they may not have to fight this war. Like, if we start to fight now, then they won't have as much to fight for. It won't be as hard. We know there's going to be a fight, because as long as we breathe, as long as there's air in our lungs, and as long as the generations continue to progress and go forward, there will always be prejudice out there. There will always be prejudices out there. There will always be racism out there. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say, but it's true. Sorry. I would love to, only in a perfect world, though. I'm going to do an Only in a Perfect World segment. Only in a perfect world will there never be racism. So now is a good time to teach them what they need to know. Show them how to fight those battles the right way. Let them see what it's like for us to stand up. And don't allow them, and teach them to not accept bullshit. But it all starts with us. If we allow the bullshit to come in, then we can't get mad when our children start spitting bullshit out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. What you said, Tim, especially around Black History Month, yeah. Same few people, MLK. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, man. Like, they don't talk about the inventors. Y'all see what Tim's saying? They always talk about the same people in February, Black men. First of all, let me be real clear about Black History Month. We need to just do that shit every day, not 1 month out the year. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was like, man, he was like, well, he's a Caucasian friend of mine. He was trying to be a smart ass too. He was like, well, if we're going to get rid of the statues and stuff like that, then we should get rid of everything. And then I said, well, if you get rid of everything, you really getting rid of all y'all shit, because we really don't have shit. And he said, well, what about the month of February? I said, yeah, they can get rid of that motherfucker too, because we need to be celebrated 12 months out the year, not 1 month out the year. So don't try to do the little smart ass, get rid of the Black History month for February, because I totally fucking agree. Black History Month should be every goddamn month, not just in February. How about that shit? All right? Why don't we talk about Black history, period, in school? But that's why I said don't send their ass back to them old rotten ass schools that don't want to teach no Black history. We want to know, just like Tim said, we want to know a lot more than about motherfucking just the people that we already know about. We know about these people. We need to know about the inventors that so much shit was stolen from. Because all those patents were done by the slave owners, the slave masters, not the slaves themselves. All that shit that's been created, and I mean damn near everything, because black people have created a whole lot of shit. All of those creations were stolen. They really weren't even stolen because the slave master owned the slave, which means he owned pretty much the patent to whatever the slave created. Y'all don't know about that shit, please look it up. But that's the reason why it needs to be taught in school, just like Tim says. They don't know nothing about the black inventors. Everybody thinks that we didn't invent but a few things. They don't understand the importance of the black people and what we made and what we created and what we still make and what we still create to this day. Let's rewrite the history books. Let's teach our children something better than what the fuck is in these schools now. That's why they ain't learning shit, because they teaching them all the wrong shit. And children now are smart as fuck. So they don't believe the lies when you telling them anyway. It already don't sound right to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. I hear you, David. And February is the shortest goddamn month. Like, they had the nerve. They had the audacity to give us 28 days. 29 with a motherfucking leap year. 28 days. And why don't we just talk about Abraham Lincoln while we at it? Why don't we just talk about the penny? So we got a penny as our representative and 28 days in the month of February. And they got that bitch out the way quick, too. They did it in February, like right after January. Like, listen, we had New Year's. Let's get these niggas out the way right now. Like, we don't want to wait throughout the year and build up for this shit. We gonna fuck with them, you know, in the same month of Valentine's. Y'all see that? See how easily we're overshadowed? Because Valentine's Day is in the month of February, too. Motherfuckers be so busy wanting to celebrate Valentine's Day, half the time they ain't think about it being Black History Month. Boy, I'm telling you, man. Boy, I'm telling you. You know, the more we talk about this shit, the more I think about it. I'm glad y'all guys are still commenting and making and saying shit, because it really makes you think, don't it? Like, damn. And the $5 bill. All the low numbers. That's where we at. We in the lows, nigga. We ain't nowhere up there. But all that shit gonna change. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. Shit, it's here. The change done came. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, the fuck it did. There's my Caucasian brother that gives me all the problems right there on the check-in. Hi there, Jeff. You know I'm going to bring your ass out. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, y'all. I got mad at Jeff the other day. I hung up in his face like twice. But Jeff's really a good guy, and he makes really great fucking points. He's been in my life for some years now, man. Me and Jeff been rocking together for a while, for some years, man. And him and I actually have a podcast together, so y'all don't pay me no attention when I talk shit about him. You know what I'm saying? Love you too, Jeff. but yeah, we got a podcast together, man, and we were supposed to do it this weekend, but we forgot it was the 4th of July. And Jeff wanted to be an American, and I didn't. So we decided to do it next week. But y'all gonna love our podcast though. Like y'all really are, man. Y'all gonna love me and Jeff podcast, man, for real. Like, because we really do have a lot of valid points to make. And we want people to see everything from a different angle. We want people to be able to see a black man and a white man that can actually have a legitimate, sensible conversation and express different point of views. But you know, neither one of us are racially motivated, so that's the good thing about it. Like, both of us, you know, are people's people. You know what I mean? So, but and a lot of times we agree. I'm not gonna say we always disagree. Jeff and I don't always disagree. Sometimes we agree on a lot of things. But y'all look out for that, man. Look out for that podcast, my man Jeff Atkinson. You know what I'm saying? He's on here on the check-in, man. Appreciate you checking in, Jeff. What's up, Skinny Tip? What up, Tip? And so yeah, man. But I really wanted to check in with you guys, man, and see how you all felt this 4th of July, who's doing what, you know, who cooking. I know a lot of people did cook out today. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, it's your day off. Why not? You know what I'm saying? What is the true definition of an American? Jeff, somebody's asking you a question. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't answer that one. I've never really been an American fully, according to America. So I wouldn't know exactly what the true definition of an American is because I've never felt 100% American. I've always, happy fourth to you too, Jeff. But we're gonna get you to answer that question one day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've never really felt like I've never been treated like a full American. So I can't tell you. And I damn sure ain't about to say freedom. I'm not about to say freedom. I'm not gonna say freedom when you ask me what a true American is. You know what I'm saying? What'd you say, Tim? What up, Whitney? Miss Whitney Snow, I see you. What's going on, Whitney, on the check-in? I see you, Whitney. What'd you say, Tim? People been woke but was just scared or ashamed to speak on it because it was made that if you knew too much about something or was trying to learn it, it wasn't cool. But now we starting to be known. Yeah. Let me see. I got to read it all. Now it's starting to be known that we need to be educated. You're right. Okay. First, I'm gonna reply to Tim. Yes, Tim, that's true. A lot of people were woke before, and they were just afraid to speak out. That is true. A lot of people have definitely, and now that the world is changing in favor of those with a voice, more people are starting to speak out. So that's true. David, you said not true because we are all immigrants. I totally agree. That's why I said I don't know what it's like to be an American because I damn sure feel like an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. We are all immigrants because none of us are really from this land. I mean, I'm from this land based off of birthright, but you know what I'm saying. My people, I'm either Indian or African on one side or the other. So in that, now Indian part, yeah, the shit belong to me, but I can't really, I'm just fucking with y'all. Point I'm making is David is right though. We are all immigrants. Like none of us are ancestors, and unless you are ancestry of those who really own the land. Like unless that's your case, we're pretty much, most of us are usually are immigrants. All of it. Because even the Caucasians weren't from here. So they came over and took the land. You know what I mean? The Caucasians from back in the days, guys. Y'all don't be so goddamn sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jeff. True definition of an American. Yeah, Jeff. True definition of an American. What is? David, only the American Indians are true Americans. There you go. I was trying to say that, but you said it for me. Only the American Indians are the true Americans. The ones that the land was actually stolen from. The ones they celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Turtle, what up, Turtle? Oh, shit. Turtle said the Moors had the land before the Indians. Okay. So, I'm going to say Moors and Indians are the true owners of American soil. Bam. Because I ain't want to call them Americans. Because, you know what I'm saying? American is something that we were made to damn near be. So, yeah, I'm going to say that, but we all know, and I'm glad you said that, Turtle. I'm glad. Appreciate my dude Turtle on the check-in, man. Salute the Turtle on the check-in, man. Because that's what I like on this show. I like for people to talk about things that people don't necessarily know. A lot of people don't necessarily know certain things, and that's why it goes right back to me saying we need to re-educate the children. We need to redo these history books, tell them the truth, let them know what's really going on so they can know more about the Moors, because so many people don't even know what who the Moors are, the American Indians. Like, it's so many things that children even now don't know because they're still teaching them the shit that was in the books that we were reading. And y'all don't think that's a little ridiculous anyway? Like, why are our children of today still learning shit that we learned when we was in school? Like, some of that shit needed to be updated a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So listen, I'm pushing my little 30-minute mark. I'm about to get ready to check out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for checking in. I appreciate the conversation, man. I appreciate you, David. I appreciate you, Tim. You know what I'm saying? Jeff, I see you, bro. You know I'm gonna get with you. Skinny Tip, I appreciate you checking in. Whitney Snow, I appreciate you checking in. Rock Out Polo, I see you, bro. I ain't see you in a second for a second there, though. I see you now. You know, David, I would have, yeah, I need you on the show. You know, I would love to bring it. Matter of fact, I definitely need David on the show. Thomas Wilson, you know, I need you on the show. Jeff, you already know you coming on the show. I mean, yo, man, listen, this is a show that I believe we all can have a voice on, all right? So if you got a voice, if you got something to say, if you got something you want to get off your chest, please inbox me, get at me. And I promise you, call line coming soon so we can really have a conversation, man. Y'all make sure y'all share these lives for me because, you know, like I always say, shared lives save lives. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I'm always here trying to spit some type of knowledge, you know what I'm saying, from the wisdom that I've gained and give some understanding. I think I said that right. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is your boy Strong Arm. This is Strong Arm Live. Make sure y'all check out Smoking Strong when it comes on. I'll let you know. Usually on Saturday, but today I just did something different. Technically, this could have been Smoking Strong, but we'll talk about it later. You get the point. I'm still live one way or the other, man. I appreciate you guys for checking in. Thanks for tuning in with me, man. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, the Strong Arm Nation YouTube page. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up. You know, check it out. This same thing is going to go on there. So, I mean, I'm here for you guys, man. When you want to talk to me, if you want to get at me, if you want to be on the show, inbox me, man. No matter where the place or where the time, you have not been tuned in to Smoking Strong Live, you know what I'm saying, or Strong Arm Live on Smoking Strong. And your boy Strong Arm out. And don't forget, don't chase your dreams, catch them. Deuces.